Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So in my previous video I talked about the excuse I don't have enough time. And that reminds me of something personal. This story that I'm going to tell today, it's not about running. It's about routines, energy and how small decisions repeated daily quietly change everything. Running just happens to be the context for this one. So for today's run, I will be focusing on patience and timing, that's what I want to say, but I'll be focusing on submarines. Why is that? Because that's the next map I have and I want to unlock the chimps challenge for this one. And now we are with the Impoppable challenge and I want to do it with submarines, with mainly submarines. And while we start playing, I'll also start my story, and when I'll finish my story, I'll continue with the game to talk about the game and so on. So, to put it simple, I really like running in the morning. Especially during winter, there's something about that moment after the first few hundred meters, let's say about 300 or 400 meters, that's roughly 1000 feet for my friends using freedom units. When your body finally warms up, you are not sweating yet, you are not suffering, you are just okay. So that for me it's perfect. That feeling is perfect. Not the heat of the summer, no, that's perfect for me. Now, when I first started running, things were different. Imagine I'd go out, run for 30 minutes, come back home, and then sleep for another hour in a dark room like a vampire recovering from daylight. It was no, not a good way. So it was, how do I say this? I didn't get energy from running. Yeah, it was, you can peak athletic performance in an ironic way, truly inspiring, I know. Back then there were plenty of mornings when I told myself I don't feel like it or I don't have time, and technically I was right, I didn't have time because I hadn't made time. What changed for me wasn't motivation. I think motivation is literally overrated. What changed for me was the structure. I organized my mornings so that I run before work. That way, nothing during the day can mess with my routine. Because as far as I'm concerned, the day hasn't really started until I've run. Emails, meeting problems, essential questions, all of that comes after. And here's something else I notice. On days when motivation is missing, which is frankly most days, it helps a lot to add triggers. You shape your schedule so doing the things becomes the easy option. You don't negotiate with yourself at 7 a.m. You just go and do it. This idea is explained really well in a book called Atomic Habits. If you didn't read it already, I highly recommend that one, but first read the Slight Edge, I think it's better. But anyway, the short version is simple in Atomic Habits. Don't fight yourself, change the environment, and make the habit obvious. Make it easy. It took me a bit to realize that, and I realized it before I read the book, but only with running. I still have to figure it out, but it's a good exercise, you can do it. Because motivation shows up when it feels like it, but routines are stubborn. Right now, I'm actually taking a short break from running because I recently had a hair transplant and going out in the cold isn't the smartest idea, and I'm not allowed to do so. We'll talk about that experience another time with the hair transplant. Let's leave it for another time. But this pause reminded me of a trail event I ran some time ago, a 21 kilometer race or about 13 miles. And honestly, I think this distance is my sweet spot. I'm not chasing extremes. I like balance. So on normal days, I run 20 to 30 minutes in the morning just to stay in shape. and for the boost of energy I'm getting from running. And in the morning you don't have so much pollution like you have in the evening and so on. Before events like this one, I do train a bit extra. Not to be a hero, but to avoid injuries and actually enjoy the race and the day after the race. During the event, somewhere along the course, I ended up running next to a woman who had almost the same rhythm as mine. Same pace, same approach. And when one of us slowed down, the other picked it up. No speeches, no motivational quotes, no you got this bro, no. It was simple, come on, we can do it. Kilometer after kilometer or mile after mile, we stayed consistent. By the end, we both finished stronger than expected. What I mean by that is that I ended up placing among the top runners in my age category, and she was in top 3 for her category, so that was amazing. And that was not because we suddenly become better overnight, but because we weren't alone on that course. So that experience reminded me of something simple. Balance beats extremes. Consistency beats intensity. And most of the time, progress doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing things at the right pace, with the right people around you. And if you don't have someone next to you, maybe you can learn to be that voice for yourself, just saying, come on. Or you just go there and you find a person on the trail or whatever the activity is, you will find people. If that's not a thing for you to connect with people randomly, just start doing step by step and one day you will be able to do it. Have you ever had a moment where someone you met along the way helped you do better than you expected? In sports, in games, or in life? I genuinely love to read your story in the comments. Okay, I think that was it for my story. Like I said, I'd love to read your story in the comments. Let me know if you would like to hear more stories like this, if you want more details on the stories, because I have a ton of stories and I can give you a ton of details, but I don't want to go that in depth with the details because it can be, I don't know, maybe too much. I'm still working on this to find the sweet spot. But until we figure this out and until I get the advices from you, your opinions and so on, and until I'll see what's working the best for you and what's working the best for me, I'll just continue this run and let's see how far patient timing and a bit of consistency take me today. So the goal for the Impoppable challenge is to unlock the chimps, I think they are called. And I also have a challenge from someone in the comments. I will not have time today to go for it, but because I also need some balanced life and so on. But I'll try to do it in the weekend, and I'm really curious about that one. Anyway, let's continue our run and see where we get with this. Hopefully we'll get to level 100. That's my goal because I want to unlock chimps. Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoy it, you can leave a small comment like subscribe maybe. It's free and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, the story finished quite early. I wanted to talk more about it. Just let me know if I should talk more about things or not. I can do it. Now, about the game. I placed them there for no good reason. Maybe I should have placed them here so they deal more damage, but I don't think level 100 is that difficult, so hopefully I don't need it. Now, her, because I got a comment in which I was corrected that is a she, her still helps me a lot in the beginning. I don't want to go with farming because I want to treat the Impoppable challenge like chimps, so I don't want to go with farms because level 100 it's not that hard to unlock. I'm glad that during this I managed to unlock this one. This was the last upgrade that I didn't had, so I got 40k experience and another 40k so far. We still have a long way to go until we unlock this guy that's 1 million XP. But like I said in the previous game, to unlock it, you go with chimps or Impoppable challenges, because you get around 200k experience, I'd say it is. Something like that. So it's a ton of experience. So far, I managed to unlock this one, and I unlocked the Paragon for this one. That's quite cool. For this Paragon, I still need 100k, so half a run. Level 80 should do the trick. For this guy, I don't have. I don't need that much. So that will be a run, and we'll see with the Paragon. For this guy, we need the Paragon. We need 2 runs to unlock his Paragon. For this guy, we have Paragon. For this one, it's at max. He doesn't have Paragon. I have nothing on this guy. And then we'll continue, but I will skip one from once in a while. I'll skip one tower. I'll go to next one. Like, for example, this one was good for this map, so why not pick it? But from time to time, yeah, I'll do changes like that. I'll not go through all of them, but I want to unlock them all and their Paragons, and afterwards maybe I'll try to post a long video in which I'm trying to achieve at least level 400 or so, but I want all Paragons for that, or more Paragons than I have right now. Right now I have 3 Paragons and I don't think that's enough. So I have the Ice Monkey, I have the Earth Monkey, and I have this guy at the end, the Spike Factory. That Spike Factory is good, but I need more, way more. I want this guy. I also want this guy. If I remember correctly, he has a Paragon, but I'm not 100% sure. I want this guy. Yeah. Come on. Extra damage. More passion, more energy, more footwork. And I think you'll hear my cats getting food in around 5 minutes, sorry. Strong. Apes together strong. Ooh, the memes with apes together strong. Hopefully I will not get taxed because I didn't place them in the middle. Hopefully I will not get taxed by that. But we will see. And I also don't think this is the best. At least not without a Paragon, but we'll see. If he is the best or not. If they are the best or not. So this one reduces ability cooldown. Yeah, and yeah, I'm leveled up, okay. And so it's 40%. We don't care about hero XP, although we can have it at max, but we don't care because it's still 100 runs. Maybe no, I'll go with this guy and then I'll go with that guy, because I want the abilities first and then to lower their cooldown, right? It makes sense. At least for me it makes. I was looking, so I saw on Udemy some courses to create thumbnails and so on. A colleague of mine just told me that your thumbnails are too dark and you can improve them, because I like to click on thumbnails that are more colorful. And I was like, okay, it makes sense. I'll look into it. So if you have any suggestions for thumbnails or so on, just leave them in the comments. And I'll see through them. I'll take them through my own. What should I call it? My own I don't know. I'll think of. I don't find the word right now. So I'll take them. I'll filter them, and everything that it's okay will be implemented. Because I'm trying to get better and better. In some of the videos you can see it. In some you cannot. There are small differences here and there, but I always try to get better. So yeah. Any recommendation is welcome. Let's use this. Oh my god, the damage. But this guy feels exactly like this guy with his bomb. We are dealing decent damage. We want to have the ability in the beginning of level 98, but now if they are getting past me, I don't think I'm okay. Maybe I want to place afterwards another one with the last pet, right? Because the last pet gives the most damage, yeah. But I want to unlock this guy as well. Let's go. In the end, I'm curious if my math was correct about the XP you are getting. So we started with... We have to add 40k extra on what we'll get at the end. Because I unlocked this guy from scratch. I mean, I had 4k and it cost 44k or something like that to unlock it. Are we killing them? I think. Oh, and I used the ability before level 98, and I said to pay attention on that. And let me add this guy, but that was easy peasy. Increase attack range. Yeah, why not? Level 100. Oh, but that was easier than expected. Way easier. Okay. Let's go a bit with free play. Yes, we know the rules are changing. I'm just curious. Okay, I will not add other towers, like meaning different towers. I will just add other submarines, and we'll see if they get us. You are not in range of the submarine. Do I want you here? Yeah, let's go with this and with that one, and let's unlock that one. Oh, and I can unlock the other one as well, but I think that's it, right? Okay, you just heard the food. And where is Pixie? Why is she not coming to eat? She does this every time she does this. When the food is there, kids will jump. She will run from the other room. Like in an instant she is there, she is teleporting. But Pixie, no, she's a diva. She doesn't do it. She just waits and waits and waits. Yeah. And now, because at the last check I found some small issues on her, but really small issues, the doctor told me, okay, just give her small portions, but do it more often, because the automatic feeder gave them food twice per day, once in the morning and once in the evening. And the doctor told me, okay, give her, like I said earlier, less food more often. And that works, but that works when Pixie comes to eat in the same time with kids, because otherwise kids will eat everything from her. And that's not cool. But 1 second, one tiny second. No, I'll not pause this, because I'll just keep an eye on kids to not eat Pixie's food. One day I'll have a story about Pixie and kids, how I brought them in and so on, but now it's not the day. We already had our story for today. 1 second. Can you hear her? She's protesting because I took her from Pixie's portion. Oh, she started purring. Oh. Yeah, one day I want to talk about her. I have a ton of topics to talk about. The colleague that I mentioned earlier that told me about the thumbnails, when I told him, okay, I'll change the strategy and I'll add some stories on each video, he told me, oh, but you will need a lot of topics. But I have topics right now. I have ton of topics, man. I don't have time to put, sorry for, okay. So I don't have time to add them all and to write them all, but I have ton of topics. She is running from me and she goes to take Pixie's food. Kids. Oh, precious. Do we get to use the ability? Yes, we do. Oh, but I think that's it. Let's use this ability. Kids. We want to use... Good. Now we want to use it. Now this one. Okay, we are safe. So they are better than the boomerang. But what I can do... Wait. I can go with this one. Or maybe with... No, yeah, let's go with this one. Because it's still not... It's not extra damage. I mean, it's not an extra balloon that deals damage. It's just I buffed the existing ones. So that counts, right? And I'll also go with the alchemist. Kitsu, what's up? Yeah, so... If you look at the timer, when I said that the food arrived, and so since then until now, Pixie didn't show up to food. Now she is there deciding if she wants to go to eat or not. This cat, man, this cat. I love her so much, but she does this once in a while. And in the days in which I'm not working from home, it will be hard for her to eat everything, but we'll see. Kitsu, please. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun with cats. And I think that's a beginning of a story. Let's not call it a story. I'm thinking that, okay, the lucky number or the best number for cats to have at home, I think it's 0 or 2. Best numbers are 0 or 2. What do I mean by that? Instead of taking only one cat in, she will grow quite independent of you. And she will feel lonely when you are not at home. She will really miss you, because cats have all the psychological illnesses that people do, and also the medical issues and so on. So yeah, they have everything humans do. And in the beginning, for around 8 months, it was only Pixie. And she was great, but when I was leaving home for, I don't know, a day or half a day and so on, when I arrived home, I felt like she's sad. And you can feel it. If you pay enough attention to your cat, dog, whatever, you can feel how they feel. And I was thinking, okay, I need to get a partner for her. And I brought in kids. I will not say how, where, from where and so on. No, I will not go into details right now, but I brought her in and it was the best decision ever, because right now they are getting along well. I can also make a video about how I made them to get well with each other and so on, but different story for another time. You see, I'm having an internal fight to not give all the details and not to talk non-stop about things in my life and to share stories and to do it in an organized manner and so on, but I have a ton of topics, so let me know what do you want to talk about and we can talk. We can talk about cats, personal development, I don't know, some what should I call it, some, health things, books, whatever. Yeah, we can talk about a lot of things, and hopefully one day we'll have a community here in which we'll share experiences and we'll help each other. That's my goal. Literally, that was my goal. Initially I wanted to create two channels. So one was a gaming channel, and the gaming channel, the goal for it was simple, to just relax. And I also have the village, 1 second. So the goal for the gaming channel was to relax, and I have that now. And I wanted to create another channel in which I'll do things, in which I'll be sharing some stories, like the one from today, like the one from yesterday, like the one that I'll share tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, depending on how much time I have to do it. But I wanted to create those two channels. And while working on this one, I figured out something. I will not have enough time, at least at the moment, I will not have enough time to do two channels, because I also work. I don't make any money from YouTube, can you imagine that? So I said, okay, why not incorporate them? Why not have a gaming channel, but in which you also tell stories? And I think that's a nice concept, to have them both in here, because we can do what we all like, so to play a game, to watch a game and so on, but to also have the not education, the development parts. We can do a bit more. And if something from my videos, how I'm thinking about it, if something from my videos, even a small idea, helps someone just a bit, that's more than enough for me. And yeah, I will not be a hypocrite. You get the idea? Hopefully. And say that I don't want to make one day I don't want to make money with YouTube. 'Cause I want to make it, but not now. It's not like no. So I want to make money from YouTube one day. Yes, of course I want to do it, but that's if I can make money and I can also game over. If I can make money and I can also and I can also help someone, that's a big plus for me, a really big plus. So right now, what I'm doing literally right now, it's hopefully to help someone or to give some inspiration to someone, and this is for free, and that's the goal for this channel. And hopefully I'll create a community around here that will have the same mindset and will help each other. And since now the community, the comment section is really amazing, you guys have always good advices, and I really thank you for that. And I think that's it for the moment. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you didn't, I don't know what to say other than I'll get better. But if you are here and it's hopefully it's minus 29 or something, and if you are still here, please consider to give a like, a comment, subscribe, whatever is okay for you. If you don't do it, it's still okay, but I really appreciate you doing so. Okay, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.